Hello and welcome, my friends. Welcome to the winter equinox, or the winter solstice, or also known as Yule. We're on the longest night of the year, the shortest day. I know, hard to deal with. Just breathe and embrace Capricorn. We are looking at that amazing earthy Capricorn energy coming forward. Capricorn, similar to Cancer, Libra, Aries, are cardinal zodiac signs, which means they're turning points. And I don't know about you guys, but that turning point, Sagittarius was fantastic. It really helped us to get some stuff done, do some reflection, shimmy and shake, and really get that foundation cleared out of cobwebs. We need the Capricorn energy to calm us a bit. And I can't wait. It's going to be fantastic. For those who are realizing I am not live, I know some of you like to join me live and ask me questions. And I have mentioned this in prior videos. I'm going to be pre-recording this video and the next couple week readings, like our weekly readings, so that I can take a bit of a break and have some time with family and friends. But I will be live back in the new year with a whole bunch more stuff. Turning point, just saying, Capricorn's going to be amazing. So for this reading, I am going to be doing, this is the Northern Animal Tarot. It's beautiful. It was a Kickstarter deck that I supported years ago, or well, I guess last year. I do know that she has recently brought out a second edition. I don't know if it's still live on Kickstarter. However, if you do enjoy this deck, you can go check her out. It's the Wild, let me just see here, the cards here. The Wild Heart Studio this is the deck, or the box it comes in. So you can go check her out and drop her a line. She is a creator out of Edmonton, Alberta, so local for me. I enjoy supporting not only local, but new and exciting decks that are coming forward. I'm going to be pairing it with Sacred Earth Oracle. I love this deck. It is beautiful, and it's going to support us in really adding to that earthy, nurturing energy, because Capricorn has that as well. Can be a bit of a boss, but at the same time, we need that sometimes. Let's get into Capricorn now. What can my friends expect from Capricorn? One thing I can say is that this deck is a little bit too rigid. It doesn't have that flexibility, so I can grab just one card. They come out in stacks. I know that it's not the one, or like the stack of cards. It's like one card they're trying to share with me. Space. Absolutely fantastic. Capricorn is going to give us the space that we need to make the shifts that are going to be so important. We need that space to be able to breathe, to enjoy. Well, Capricorn's going to help to slow things down, provide us with some grounding energy, and it's provide. We have to be the ones that set the intention and step into that energy and really embrace it, giving us that space to make those shifts, to clear our head, to get the ahas that are going to be so meaningful. Help with that. Motion. Even though we are looking at an earth energy, at stable energy, we're still looking at the earth, and the earth helps a lot of things grow. We need to have that movement forward. We don't want to say, oh, well, it's Capricorn. I don't want to move anywhere. I'm just going to stay nurturing myself, stay grounding myself, and keep myself in that little box. We need to keep moving forward. Without it, we will get a tower situation again. We had one a couple of weeks ago and it wasn't fun. So keeping ourselves moving, small baby steps will support us in that constant mobility, constant growth and development that's going to make you feel better. Because a lot of us are feeling physically unwell, lots of aches, lots of pains. We're exhausted emotionally. We're starting to see some of that come up. So we really want to be careful with what we're doing and where our energies are going. Consistency. Making sure that we're not falling back into old patterns that we have managed to start to release and break. Making sure that we are constant to self. Like I said, many of us are feeling this. We're feeling unwell. We're feeling kind of caught up in it. Without constant reflection, without constant interventions and intentions, we're not going to be able to get too far. It's not like there's a one quick fix Band-Aid solution. We need to work at this. It's going to take some time. So we need to be consistent. We need to be intentional. We also need to be kind to ourselves, guys, because like I said, this is going to be a process. This is going to take time. We need to give ourselves that time, give ourselves permission to take that time. I know that's hard because a lot of us want that quick fix. We want to get everything done. Nothing in delay, everything on fast forward. We miss so much out when we're on fast forward mode. Slow and steady really does help make that permanent, maintainable shift and change that you want and are looking for. What insight, wisdom, and guidance? I know you want to know. These are very important cards. Does Capricorn want to share with my friends as they embrace and are nurtured by the Capricorn? Let's drop the whole deck. Oh, by the way, if you're ever reading and you drop your whole deck, that doesn't count. That just means you dropped your deck. So the card that flipped over for all to see, the Star. Like I said, we need to be consistent. We need to be intentional. The Star talks about balance and energy flow. As we head into 2022, the one thing I know about this time is that we're going to need to be intentional and focused in on our healing. Because that too, there's no quick Band-Aid to that. So we need that grounded, stable energy. Capricorn's going to help us out with that. We also need to watch the energy flow within us. This is usually a maiden who is balancing on one knee on the land and has one foot resting on the water. She's pouring the energy or water from the jugs into the water and onto the land. Talks about that energy flow. Your chakra system, it's an important part of that. I have many meditations, and there's, as you guys have worked through into the my 12 days of Christmas, you're getting more, but there's going to be more meditations on being very intentional about working with our chakras, getting that energy to flow through us so we start to feel better. Low vibrational, heavy energy that we have a tendency to feel in our back and in our shoulders, well, it starts to weigh down on us. So we start to feel that pain. The energetical system that we already have within us can help to release that pain, get it unstuck, get it moving, especially when we intentionally infuse it with some added love and intention. The Knight of Wands. Knights, they're that adolescent no fear energy. Nothing holds them back. The Wand, we're looking at creativity and passion. That is going to help fuel us. Capricorn is reminding you, don't forget to enjoy and find meaning, find fulfillment in what we're doing in our everyday, in our healing. When we connect the passion to the direction, we connect the creativity to the direction. Well, that helps, because the Star also talks about those hopes and dreams, those long-term aspects. We need to drive forward and push ourselves forward. We know that. Best way to do that is through creativity, through fulfillment. You enjoy what you're doing. It's not a, can I even do that now? I don't have time for that. I don't have energy for that. That perspective will only add and fuel that low vibration, that heaviness, that challenge that you're feeling and dealing with. High Priestess, the second card in the Major Arcana. Talking about that direction, that aha. The High Priestess is a gatekeeper. There's a number of them in the Major Arcana. They have these pillars. Usually behind her is this screen. It's really funky and kind of, well, wild. For those who are wondering, those are actually pomegranates. They kind of look like pineapple-ish type things, but they're a pomegranate. And it talks about how when we use our energies, we can go past and walk with the High Priestess, past that screen to that next stage. She holds Torah, which is the universal scroll of wisdom and knowledge. Well, to gain that aha, we need to, again, work in that creative, very passion-filled energy. And if you've been around with me for a while, you'll know that I tell you guys a lot. If you give yourself permission and give time for your creative endeavors, and creativity can be anything that you do to express yourself in any format, you start to get out of your head. You're not focused in the, oh my gods, the heaviness, the chaos, the demands, the expectations, that whirlwind of life. You're engaged in here, in this passion, in this creativity, and you're enjoying yourself. Oh my God. That's when you get those bing, bing, eureka moments. The High Priestess, your high vibrational support team is like, they're not paying attention. Let's help them. So you start to get those ahas, that wisdom that you need. It's a win-win situation. We want to give ourselves that time to enjoy and find meaning in our day. We gain that fulfillment. We gain the insight because we're happy, we're feeling good, we're content. Look, we're enjoying ourselves. And that's when you get those, oh, the solution to your problem is X, Y, and Z. And you're like, oh my God, is it that easy? Yeah. The Queen of Cups. Whereas the High Priestess is the most intuitive card in the deck. Second most intuitive card in the deck. This grounded, stable energy is really going to support you with working with your intuition. That's how you're going to get those ahas. And a lot of us, we kind of minimize our ability to do that because of fear. When we were little, we shut down a lot of our clairs or our senses that receive the information because of fear. Fear of what we saw, heard, or felt. Fear of prosecution because we were told crazy. No, that didn't happen. You are nuts. Here's some nuts. So we shut down due to fear. And where that fear comes from doesn't matter. It's part of what we need to work on and release, get that movement going on, right? Releasing some of this stuff that's heaviness, this gunk. When we start to work with self and start to work with those energies. We declog things like our third eye. We start to declog our crown, which is another receptor for this information. And we can start to bring it into our everyday. These major arcanas, they are the bigger energies, the quote unquote bigger picture. We by no means ever have the big picture. We have micro little snippets of what's happening. That's why we need the high vibrational team and support, is because they got it all. They're looking down at us. It's like if you were looking at somebody going through like a maze, like a corn maze or one of those hedge mazes. You'd be like, no, turn left, now right, no, the other right. They can see and they're shouting down at us, no, don't do that. No, go left, the other left, go. We can bring that insight and that aha from the high vibrational beings into our everyday through the Queen of Cups, because we're bringing our connection and our skill level with our intuition and our clairs, and we're using them more. We're trusting them more and incorporating them into our everyday. It's not surprising for me to see these two side by side like this, because we need that global shift in perspective, and we need to incorporate it into our everyday, allowing us to really embrace our skills and our abilities that we all have. Yes, just like any other skill and ability, they're at different degrees. We all have it. It's just we need to start to use it. It's going to help us not only bring in that motion, but it helps to bring in those ahas. It helps to bring in that understanding, which reinforces that fulfillment and that joy, because as we're moving forward, as we're starting to connect the dots, the universe is like, look at that. Oh my God, they're doing it right. Gold star for you. Here's more support. Oh, you're still doing it. Great. Here's some more abundance. We're going to just slam you with positive reinforcement now. Reinforcing what we're already doing, amplifying it, and improving it. So as you get going, it gets easier. The Knight of Cups. Present to the Knight of Wands talks about, again, that intuition, because we're dealing with the cup here. But also, like I said earlier, the patience, the nurturing to self. We need to show ourselves gratitude and appreciation for those little steps that we take. We can't be that bull in a china shop where we rush in and just expect everything to happen. We need to slow it down. We need to be patient with ourselves. Keep moving forward. Because when we get frustrated, when we get angry with ourselves, shutting down our ability to make those connections, to enjoy ourselves, we start to increase and amplify low vibration, that frustration, that intolerance towards self outwards. And then what happens is people externally start to reflect that back at us, because people in the outside, they reflect the same energies. So if you are intolerant and frustrated with self, that's what they're going to reflect back. And if you're patient and nurturing and going, it's not really where I want to be, I'm going to work at it. I'm going to keep going. I've got these knights supporting me. I'm not afraid. I'm going to take those steps one step at a time. Now we do have the Knight. Knights are the 12th card in the Minor Arcana. When you have that multiple 12, the angels are telling you you're on the right track. Keep going. Trust in you. Trust in your abilities. All right. Add a little bit more support, my friends, in embracing the messages of Capricorn and minimizing the challenges they have while working in the Capricorn energy. Influence. I love this card. So 10 years ago, we weren't influenced or impacted by as many people as we are now. I'm a YouTuber, or I'm a light worker on YouTube. I like that better. I'm a light worker on YouTube. But there are people on YouTube who are just on YouTube to get views or to get subs or whatever it is they're trying to achieve. That never used to happen. We had very minimal influence by the masses. It was a select few. Well, now we're bombarded by different influences. We have to be very mindful of what we allow in to impact us, to direct us. Because without reflection in and checking into this, we could be moving in directions we don't want to move. It's not going to help us. So making sure that we're taking stock. Am I watching? Am I being influenced by somebody that I need to be? Or is this just for fun and I'm just going to be like, okay, this is not going to impact me and it's not going to influence the way I act, behave, learn, experience. So being mindful of that. Capricorn is going to help us with some of that reflection so that we know how and where to go forward from. Should have turned the card over. I love it when I'm talking to you guys and I'm looking right at the camera. I did not look at what this card said until I turned it over. But that clarity, that understanding, it's going to come forward. Just we need to make sure that we're not being overpowered or overwhelmed by external energies and information. Revolution. Capricorn, if anything, is going to be, well, probably even more impactful than past zodiacs because it's taking it from a grassroots perspective rather than I'm going to crash around like a bull, Sagittarius style, or Gemini, where they're still impacting us on that external energy. We're going to see those meaningful changes occur and meaningful shifts come forward in a manner that we feel more able to embrace. Come on, camera. Potential. I just said that we need to trust our abilities and our skills more. We really do like to minimize what it is we think we can do or how we should act or what we can do because of fear. Our ego steps in and down. It's important, especially during Capricorn, because we have that grounded energy. Not only that we maintain, oh, no, you guys don't have, sorry. Actually, you don't have any grounding cards on there. High Priestess could be. We've got some balancing and stable cards. But we use that grounding energy of Capricorn to our advantage. We use the insight and the ahas that we get to fuel us. So we gain not only the clarity, but the understanding of what it is we can do. And that's going to change as we go forward and we reevaluate the star, and that continues to evolve and shift as we evolve and grow. Well, our potential only rises because we're getting a better understanding of us. And as we start to dive in and understand ourselves better, we do that through meditation, do that through creativity. Hard things, right? We do that through reflection. What is it that I know about myself? What is it that I don't know about myself? What do I want to know more about? That is a starting point. We're calmly thinking things through. We're changing things and we're working with this shift that the cardinal zodiacs always bring. In Capricorn, it's doing it for us. It's helping minimize some of that shifting energy, and we just kind of have to open the door and embrace it. Taking that time, setting that intention, giving ourselves time to ground, to focus in and reflect on self, and to, this is a hard one, guys, have fun and be creative. Capricorn offers us a lot, but it's up to us to embrace it. I want to thank you guys so much for joining me today. I hope that you enjoyed this Capricorn experience. It's going to be a lot different than the Sagittarius one that we're just coming off of. This week, I will continue and, of course, wrap up my 12 days of Christmas. So much fun to do. I loved it. And I will have readings, weekly readings for this week and next week. However, they will be pre-recorded as I am taking a little bit of a holiday from live work, which doesn't impact you guys. I don't want to impact you guys like that. I want you guys to have what you guys need. So I'm just going to give it to you in a format that I know I can maintain and still have a little bit of time for, well, my family and friends too. So you'll have that. And I will continue to work on some of these aspects that I so love, like my zodiac readings, my angel readings, and my weekly readings into 2022, plus a lot more. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Helps people find me on the sea of YouTube. And if you liked it, don't forget to subscribe, because there is more to come in 2022. Like I said, there's elements I'm keeping. There's elements I'm adding. You don't want to miss any of it. I hope that you guys have a fantastic week and that it's filled with magic and love. Until tomorrow, my friends.